My name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
And I don't know what I might say on this once I listen to it. Bro, AOC gives the exclusive tea on why Elon is raiding the Treasury. Almost 2 minutes.
So my Boricua sister AOC calls me and tells me that she has a whole bunch of tea about the whole Elon Musk situation taking over government. I need to hear what she got to say.
Because why is Elon Musk raiding the Treasury?
I don't know, girl. You tell me.
There is a very important deadline that is happening this year. In 2017, Donald Trump and the Republican Party forced through one of the largest tax giveaways to the rich in modern American history.
I remember.
So why is that?
This is the thing here. The Republican knew. They knew what they were doing. That's why they didn't. Do you think they will come up front and tell you their full intention? Because they know. This is the thing here. They are fully aware. Their intention is bad. This is the thing here. To the core, they know it's wrong. So therefore, they don't put it up front for you to be aware of. Now, this is where I have the problem here. The people, okay, even despite the Republican did not tell us their plan. Trump did though, to a certain extent, if you listen carefully. But his first presidency wasn't that great. So many lives were lost. Okay? So many lives were lost. Experience is the best, how will I say that? When you go through some things, is the best teaching lesson. But it seems like because they survived the pandemic, therefore all the other people who lost their life, things that could have been prevented, it's none of their concern. This is the lack of detachment many of us have. We are not connected as one. And also, with that same point, many of these people who voted for him, this is why I always say, even though I have some skepticism about the result of the 2024 election, but there's this asterisk I always put and said, it's the people who actually went into the booth, despite if there was some disturbance with the voting machine and all of that, the people who actually know what Trump was all about went into the voting booth and really press on his name. These are the concerned people that I'm having issues with. You knew what he was all about. He even said some stuff, some scary stuff during the campaign trail of the 2024. You were fully aware of a lot of things to actually put one and one together and say, this person may not be the best person for this position. But you went and vote for him anyway. Because there's the lack of connection among us, is that you thought some of the thing that he was going to do, he was going to do it to someone else. This is the problem we are having. Lack of connection. You rather have someone else go through some unnecessary pain because it's not you. But little did you know, Trump doesn't care about anybody. Okay? Now, when you see your loved one is being deported, some whoever, friends, husband, whatever, children, now all of a sudden it hit you. We did not have to experience that for you to know. Okay? His first presidency was good enough. Putting kids in cages. The lack of compassion. This is what some of humanity are lack of. Compassion, understanding. Put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Will you want your loved one to be locked in a cage? I don't know if he's doing that now, but back then, I was not happy with that. Okay? So therefore, for me, I didn't feel like he was the best person to be in that position to make this type of really, very important decision that will impact other people's lives. But you thought, it's going to be someone else. So I don't care. I'm going to vote for him. But he put some people in check. That's one good thing I could say about that experience right now. He put some people in check because you thought it was going to be somebody else. So therefore, you want him to be in there. I mean, there's that other thing as well. As an immigrant, we all should understand, because some of them come as children, they don't know the hardships some of their parents went through. The system, the lack of, to give them the process to become legalized, to live here, freely, and then the pathway to become citizenship, they're deliberately putting roadblocks after roadblocks. Okay, there are some who come here legally, but yet they prevent them from become, citizen. But anyway, let's continue. I went off. So let me move it back slightly so you have an idea. I took too long with that.
Donald Trump and the Republican Party forced through one of the largest tax giveaways to the rich in modern American history.
I remember.
So why is that important to today?
Oh, yes, girl, I know this one. It's because those tax breaks are going to actually expire in 2025. And right now, we're in 2025. And do remember that it was like a $2 trillion tax cut. My question is, how big are they going to be this year?
The cost of these tax cuts are to the tune of about $4 trillion.
My God.
How do we know this? Because the Republican majority and their budget had a sensitive internal document that got leaked a couple of weeks ago. And I can tell you that I read through it.
Oh, this shit getting good. What did it say? What did it say?
And they identified bit by bit in order to pay for Elon Musk's tax breaks, Jeff Bezos' tax breaks, Mark Zuckerberg's tax breaks, and other sorts of giveaways to the wealthiest people and corporations in this country. And the biggest one, lock in everybody, okay? The biggest one that they are going after is Medicaid.
Oh, that makes a whole bunch of sense.
God.
CBS News reported that Elon Musk's access to the Treasury payment system was raising alarms, specifically because the control of the Treasury's payment system raised questions about Trump's administration's ability to halt the flow of federal funds and programs, including Medicare and Social Security. Also, the vast majority of payments that go through this system include federal tax returns, Social Security benefits, supplemental security income benefits, veterans pay, flow of federal disbursement services that include Medicaid. And in the 2024 fiscal year alone, it paid out $5.45 trillion. Now we know the whole fucking plan.
One thing that crossed my mind as I was reading this, because there's some stuff he, not shut it down, but whatever, with the CDC. When diseases are coming in, they will let the public knows and all of that. And I think this is the same thing they did with COVID, to let COVID come in. So people will die, and that money for the Medicaid and Medicare will stay for them. I mean, oh my God. The evil mindset to hurt others just for money. Oh my God. This is pure evil. There's no other way. This is just evil. These people cherish money rather than human lives. This is, I could never really understand this. All right, so that's that. You could pause this. Let me see if there's any comment. All right, let me put it again so you could pause it. Okay, tax cuts are by far the largest thing adding to our debt, yet anyone screaming about budget and debt never brings it up. All right, so there's that. Why will they bring it up? Because they benefit from it. Okay, so there's that. Let me not go into it any more detail. It's very sad.
So my Boricua sister, AOC.
That's it. So I have some time. I want to add to the video that I recorded earlier of AOC. So this, I just put it on the list, but it's further down. I have this one that I want to share with you. Okay, let me close the door for a second so I don't have anything, some grainy noise is coming in the background of my mic. Hold on for a second. Okay, so this is one of the tweets I'm adding to the AOC video. To those advocating for community and unity, first thing first, you owe us an apology and need to reestablish truth with the Black community. So let's listen to this. It's 5 minutes and 16 seconds.
This is the time for all the minorities, all the movements, all the working class to come together and really build power and really fight against the fascism that's been here, but finally popping its head out and being loud and proud about it. And unless we do something, really come together, it's gonna get real bad.
Sounds good, bitch.
I'm gonna play it, okay? I listened to this already. Unlike normally when I usually hold on to something. I didn't think I was gonna record anymore, but it was worth sharing. Because I remember leading up to the election, and I remember talking about in the Middle East, I think it was World Central Kitchen who was distributing food, and some of the people who had control of the food were the Arab women, and there was a black lady. I think she's also, the same religion. She was covering her head or whatever. She was in front of the line. Sometimes there are pictures that you see that never goes away. Throughout the, 2020s leading up to this year, there are some images you see. It could never go away. For the pandemic, for me, it was this black doctor who caught COVID. They just ignore her. She recorded herself, how she's being mistreated, and then eventually she died. And then now back to the World Central Kitchen thing, distributing the food. This black, I guess, Jew was on the line, or Palestinian. I don't know what religion or whatever, but it was in the Middle East during all the craziness. This black lady was in front of the line. They're giving food. The woman the one who's giving food, pretend they didn't see her. People who were behind her, who came out of nowhere, got the food, and she's standing right there. Sometimes there are images you see that cannot remove from your brain. To see your skin color is the passport for discrimination. But this, everybody told you, well, I will not say everybody, a good portion of African American told you guys. And then you experience this guy's presidency. But yet, hey, you go for the lighter skin thinking that you will be saved. I don't know, some people need to be reconnect with nature. This is what they need, to reconnect with nature, because nature will humble some people. But I'm going to move it back slightly. I love him, the way he responds to people. Look at his eyes. It's like, oh, I have to listen to this BS when we warn you. I'm moving it back.
Popping its head out and being loud and proud about it. And unless we do something, really come together, it's going to get real bad.
Sounds good, bitch, but we should have did this November 5th. But might I remind you, you said this.
Vote for, if you want Donald Trump to win, say that. Bitch, I will vote for Satan if I have to.
Okay, so that's Satan in the White House, so you should be happy. Be careful what you say. The universe hears you. My God. I'm not on TikTok, but I'm telling you, some people be keeping tab on other people. But okay, you vote for Satan. What do you have here? You got what you wanted. So what's the complaint?
I don't care who we gotta deal with for the next 4 years, as long as you motherfuckers know that you fucked up and you guys are gonna deal with some type of repercussion for what happened for the last 10 months. I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that bitch does not win and the Democrat Party loses the election. Fuck you guys.
Oh, okay. So why you complaining now about coming together? Why you complaining now? You got what you wanted. Oh my Lord.
He said all of this, and then he sealed it with a kiss. How do you expect us to come together in unity and form a community when there's no trust? You betrayed us. The black community told you this was going to happen, and rather than listening to us, you silenced us, you harassed us, you doxed us, you dehumanized us. You told us we don't know what genocide is, we don't know what oppression is. Imagine telling somebody who literally had to survive 400 years of slavery that we don't know what oppression and genocide looks like. Do you think just one day we just woke up and black folks were granted their rights? No, we had to fight for it. And one thing that we learned within that fight is also learning about this thing called harm reduction. We had to learn how to play chess, not checkers, and it literally took us years to get here. And the sad thing about it is the black community tried to give you the play-by-play on how we could help the Palestinian people, but you didn't want to listen to us. You said that we're stupid, we don't know anything about oppression, we're ghetto, hoodlum, genocidal trash. You dehumanized us. Told us that we don't know anything about a country that has literally been disenfranchising us for the last 400 years. And the sad thing about it is, you would not have your civil rights if it wasn't for black people's plight.
This is the thing, many other minorities don't understand. I've even said it in one old video on PYTE, where this, I think she's British. I didn't know she was British or something, but later on I find she was British and mixed with some African heritage. She's an actress. I believe she played in one of those Tom Cruise movies. And then she said something. I didn't literally keep what she said in mind, but I remember the video that I said it, is that you have so many black African Americans, actors, actress, who literally set the red carpet for you to walk in, and then that person, I don't remember exactly what she said. You could go in that video to go watch it because I really don't remember what she said. And I remember what I said in that video. Those people put the red carpet for you to come in, and then this is the way you're pulling the red carpet off of you after you pass through it. This is what many of those minorities have been doing. African American did the hard work. And then still we were trying to tell them this is the best way to go. But majority of them, besides African American, they teamed up along with the white MAGAs to vote against their best interests. And now you're saying to come together, and then I didn't know he said all this stuff prior, and then you're saying to people to come together. You said you will vote for Satan. You got that. So deal with him. Oh my God. Now I understand more and more why more African Americans saying they're just gonna sit that down. And for me, I have a different perspective of seeing things. Some people have to go through some stuff in order for them to understand it. And this is why I'm a little bit okay. This is the only reason I'm a little bit okay with Kamala not being at the White House, even though I would prefer her to be in it. But when you look at President Obama's presidency, his first 2 years was the only time he did his thing. And then the devil went to work to undermine, make the vast majority vote against their best interests. Okay, so now they need to feel some of this stuff. You're gonna see some other videos that I have here. Okay, they need to feel. I really don't like when people go to unnecessary burden, but when you see the continuation of pattern of things, each time we move forward, some group push us right back, and they don't try to build on what we have built for them. But they're voting against their best interest, and the MAGAs only knows about themselves. So when they do things, hey, they divide us, divide and conquer. This is what they did here. Okay? And then despite the fact that Trump said some stuff that was really horrible, you still vote for him. And not only that, many have died in his first term. Many things he has done that were really very painful. But we have to go through that, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we must go through that for them to understand it, because we have been in a position of tranquility, peace, and things have been laid out to them. They didn't understand the process of getting what they have now. So they must feel it, unfortunately. Let's continue. I'm moving it back slightly so you have an understand.
We don't know anything about a country that has literally been disenfranchising us for the last 400 years. And the sad thing about it is, you would not have your civil rights if it wasn't for black people's plight. The only reason why you was even able to protest vote to begin with and throw it away is because of the blood that was spilled by my ancestors. So please get that fucking shit correct. And now y'all got the nerve to knock on the motherfucking door and ask black people, where are you at, black folks? We need you. Well, we needed you too on November 5th, and we told you that if you think that you are going to teach us a lesson, you're going to fuck around and find out first. Please don't come to black creators. Don't come to black people asking us for shit in this moment. Okay, we only 2 weeks in, and we still haven't healed. We still haven't healed, and that brings it back to the dehumanization of it. We put our sweat, tears, and soul into this election, trying to save this nation once again for every other minority and marginalized community to betray us. And then you got the motherfucking nerve to show up to our fucking doorstep and tell us what the fuck to damn do. And we need to get your black ass up and do something. Please be gone with that bullshit. If anything, what y'all should be doing is apologizing to us, trying to gain our trust again, because I'm going to tell you right now, we don't fucking trust you. In order to build community, there has to be trust there, and you've already gone against the damn grain. You got 2 years to get y'all shit together before the next midterms and gaining black people's trust, because we don't trust y'all asses. Because I'll be damned if I'm going to be on the front lines and being used as a black human shield for people who do not even give a fuck about my existence, and played in our face and told us that they want us to suffer because they were angry. The same people who said that they were our allies when we said, if you vote for Kamala Harris, don't worry about her. The black community will hold her accountable if we elect her. But rather than reaching across the aisles for a compromise, you decide to play in our fucking face and set off a fucking bomb and explosion. And now all of us are dealing with the consequences. So please leave us the fuck alone. Stop harassing us. Remember, we don't know anything about oppression. We don't know anything about organization. We're DEI hires. We're apes. All this anti-black shit that y'all was saying on this TikTok app to black content creators and black people. We remember. Okay, November went number 3 months ago. We remember. The North remembers. Why is the onus always on us? Again, black people do something. Black people fix it. Black people organize it. Black people put it together. For us to tear it the fuck apart and then play in your face and claim to quote unquote be allies when all we ever do is lie. Because as soon as the white supremacists come a knocking, we're going to run and find safety in supremacy and leave your ass out in the cold to fend for yourself. Because again, black person, you're not human. Your life doesn't matter. Even though I have BLM in my bio, I honestly don't think it matters. I'm doing this for clicks and views and get invited to the cookout. Just stop. Why is it that everything that this black woman said has come to pass and it's been less than 2 fucking weeks? Why is it that everybody black was on the same damn time and the same fucking wavelength, but y'all couldn't be? Because again, y'all don't want fucking equality. Y'all want to benefit from white supremacy. And right now, black people are trying to internalize that, grasp that, and try to move differently around y'all because we do not trust anybody but our own in this moment. And can you really fucking blame us? Stitch this, bitch.
I like to listen to him. He's right on point. And every time I come across things like this, not just his content or anything like that, it made me remember that Haiti gonna need some help. Black American, do what you can to help Haiti. And I think, in my humble opinion, Haiti is the perfect place for many African American to go on vacation. Not right now, okay? Not right now, because right now it's destabilized. But see what we can do to help the Haitian to come to their senses. What's happening here, the white supremacists know how to stir the pot, how to divide and conquer. Provide as many guns as possible for them to destroy each other. And I'm pretty sure this is what's happening over there. Create chaos for them to destroy each other, and then they will walk in and then take the land. This is the time where we need to speak some sort of a common sense with these people who's holding guns, killing each other. There are some very, very smart Haitians. Very bright Haitian doctors. There's one I know, I think he died during COVID. He was with NYU. There's so many brilliant person. I've worked with engineers who are Haitian. I've worked with a lot of smart people, and there are a lot of bright, well-minded Haitian. But some of those who are behind, they don't know what these white supremacists are trying to do to them. Give them power or over the weakest. That way they could destroy each other, and then once the only one left, and the white man will come and just take things away from them very easy because they got rid of the others for them. Haiti is the way to go for African Americans, and in Africa as well. Okay? In Africa as well. But what I realize is that Haiti have been neglected, and many people don't pay too much attention to it. You know who's paying attention to Haiti? Marco Rubio, the Trump people, and probably the French. Because right now, there is a movement that's going on that's rumbling. These people pay attention to things that's happening. There is a shift that is happening. Each time we get close to the objective of God, the devil come right in to stir up the pot. They are paying attention. They know what's going on. So we need to help a lot of Haitians. If I knew like things I could listen to and share with you, I don't know. But anyway, I think there's more. Okay, let me read some of the comments here. Let's pause that GIF. He said he will vote for Satan. Well, don't run now because horns have been unwrapped. That's for sure. Gone over there and stand in the fire. That's for sure. Yeah, that dude is a effing clown who was all too happy to spit in black folks' faces when everyone was warning these fools about everything that's happening now. He trashed VP Harris and them supporters for trying to stop Trump and his cronies from taking office. This guy can get effed. Okay, so that's that. Why the propaganda is thick. There were plenty of non-Palestinian white women stepping all over, claiming it for themselves. The actual genocides will vote against Kamala or worse, did not vote. The divided is not with Muslim. Let's not punch down, please. Unite. Okay. All right. No apologies needed. They just need to keep the same energy. We don't need to do anything. We've been doing this on our own for hundreds of years now in America. We don't need them. They need us. And now they gone see. We need to continue to mind our black ass business. That's for sure. Okay, that fool called VP Harris the B word. Now he want black people to show up for Gaza. He is definitely the B. I mean, Gaza is gone. The thing that I was seeing, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God. And then I don't have cable for me to watch all those news outlets, but nobody was really talking about it. And I was sharing some of them with you. Things that I was seeing. And then as soon as, things getting really pumped up, YouTube decided to put its community guideline modification. His claim for certain things to not be shared. I mean, they're all on the same page. Okay, another thing that keeps ringing in my soul. Imagine Donald Trump without God Wells. I have that thought at least 5 times a day. All right, let's pause this. He said he'll rather vote for Satan. Now, that's deep. That's what I'm saying. Be careful what you said. Speak your truth, Kenny. No apologies, no unity is needed either. Is that the energy you hold based on verbatism and digital footprint, keep it where it's at. Okay, keep it where it's at. Okay, well, you got Satan now, so don't come asking for a glass of ice water from nobody now. Made your choice. That's for sure. There's the B word. All right, we won all of them, so F the trust and unity. This is your fight to fight. We're sitting this one out, sealed with a kiss. I know that ain't who I think it is. I don't know this guy, so... But anyway, what is all that? The bottom line... Okay, the bottom line, they align with white supremacy and are now realizing Trump and Republicans hate them, just like the Venezuelan who were fine deporting Haitian with TPS and are suddenly feeling betrayed after supporting him. I mean, this is the thing. For hate, this is the... I really don't understand the mindset of these people. I really don't understand the mindset of these people. They came here for a reason because many African Americans fought for all the civil rights that was laid for them, for the door to open to them. And then as soon as they passed through, they aligned themselves with their hate. The lack of compassion. This is what I'm saying. We need to go through what we're going right now. Miami flipped red for the first time since 1988. These Latino voters now know exactly why. Okay, let's see here. This is back in 2024. Miami, the line at the Ventana, a to-go window at Versailles, the iconic Miami Cuban restaurant snaked toward the parking lot and the courtyard, which was dotted with concrete tables and benches. People crowded around the outdoor bar as the restaurant transitioned from breakfast to lunch. Music began to blast from the speakers, playing Spanish pop, salsa, and reggaeton from Marc Anthony, Al to El Merengue by Manuel Turizo and Marshmello. So what's that? Venezuelan refugee in Florida face deportation after Trump revokes protection. Well, if this is her status now, she can vote. But the thing is that, was she going out there advocating for Trump? That's the thing. So her voice in the voting machine was irrelevant because she can't even get through that because she's not a citizen. But the thing is that, was she going out there convincing other people to vote for Trump? Then that's where this will be matter. Okay, by Stephen Molangelo. There's the email here. That was February 3rd, 2025. Legal status of over 1.4 million migrants at risk after humanitarian parole ends. President Trump has ended the so-called humanitarian parole for people from Cuba, Haiti, Venezuela, and Nicaragua, jeopardizing the legal status of nearly 1.5 million immigrants in the U.S. I mean, let's just say, okay, this is not to say I align with Trump at all. But he played a game. He know the systematic racism that they created, how it plays in these people's minds. So they pick the darkest of the group. They say Cuba, Haiti, Venezuela, and Nicaragua. Okay? Which will be the darkest in terms of skin tone? Haitian. So he went with the eating dog and cats and all of that. What did he say? Eating cats, whatever it was. Whatever animal he invents was saying. So they picked the darkest out of the group. Now, the Cubans, there's a good portion of them who look pretty much just like Haitian, and there's some like Marco Rubio. Okay? So the Cubans should have understand the way they came in and why they left their land. This I don't understand. So they pick the darkest skin out of this group, thinking that, okay, they divide them, thinking the Cuban, the Venezuelan, Nicaraguan will team up to go against the Haitian. Meanwhile, the whole thing was all of them were going to go out. I mean, this is what happened. People don't have compassion in their heart. If they had compassion in their heart, some of the things that we are doing, that we are facing, they will not face it. Let's see. Next one. Okay, beyond betrayal, Venezuelan and Florida are angry at Trump immigrant policy. That was February 4th, 2025. Miami Venezuelan migrant in South Florida say they feel betrayed by a Trump administration decision to end legal protection for hundreds of thousands of people who fled dictatorship and sought refuge in the U.S. Hey, I don't know. The guy said he wants to turn this country into that. I really don't know. What did you expect? I mean, the people, Nicaraguan, the Cuban who are citizens, like Marco Rubio, I guess his family came from Cuba and he was born here. He had the protection of being born here. Look at who he aligned with. There's no compassion. And he's actually helping Trump. What's the position? Is it Secretary of State or something? He went somewhere in South America, whichever South American country, to take immigrants for Trump. This is the lack of compassion that there is. This guy's family came from Cuba. Because he was born here, he felt comfortable. Oh, I'm exempt because of my light skin. Let me, align with Trump kind of mentality. Watch, when Trump is done with him, you see, he'll easily be replaced by a European type of, I don't know. It's sad. Very sad. Look at that GIF of Kamala Harris. Absolutely nobody at all requested an anti-black pseudo-conscious French Montana. It all makes sense now. He's a grifter. he will probably post a link to his SoundCloud for songs about unifying everyone he spit on. Let's leave that alone. Okay, I spent too much time on this. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so there's that here. Y'all see this? There's the laugh here. Arab Americans for Trump has changed its name to Arab Americans for Peace following Trump's comment that the U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip. Okay, this is something many people need to understand. Who is running these groups? We need to... I don't follow many of them, but when I see these things, I like to share them with you. Who are the head? Who's running these groups and who's behind the group itself? This is what we need to look at. So now that they get their men in, okay, because now they're working toward the midterm election. Now they're probably going to put another Trump lackeys type of person to become like pretend they are Democrat. Okay, so now this group is going to advocate for that lackey they're going to be after. And then once they vote him in, guess what? There's the ping pong ball going back and forth. The key thing here is nature. Nature always rules over everything. If your senses tell you something, there's something behind it. Whoever they're going to put for midterm election to go against any current Democrat who's fighting for against Trump right now, okay, we need to look at their background. All right, so we're going to see the back and forth, because they are in power right now. Okay, when they get in power, look how quickly, within what, 2 weeks, he's in office. Look how fast he run through stuff. Look how fast he run through stuff. Many of this stuff is running through, destroying the stability of the country. Take years to build. I've always said that. It takes a long time to build and then easy to destroy. So when they get in power, they focus on themselves. It's almost like, you know, when poor people steal, they steal, you know, little, maybe $1 here, $100 here, whatever. But when the rich are stealing, they go to trillion, okay? They're going literally to the freaking coffer of the country to put in their pocket. This is insane. I don't know when many of these people will get it. I mean, I'm sure many of them have degrees, PhD, and what, but the basic common sense they don't get. I don't understand this. Okay, let's leave that alone. I'm going to be reading comments. There's the, are they committed to this? There's the Lafayette. That's an ad. Okay, the Muslim ban that Trump tried to illegally impose on their community, then give them any pause. Okay, I love that. They are only doing this now due to the news about Gaza, which implies they were okay with massive deportation, anti-LGBT, him playing patty cake with social services, and rolling back our civil rights and DEI initiative. Single issues voters are a detriment. Well, okay, that's the last one. Let's go to my last one. This one, I don't know. It might take a long time. It's a video of a doctor. And I think there's more stuff below it. Let me pause it. It will be a screenshot, okay? This is insane. Not to cover a hospital stay to recovery after surgery while you're fighting cancer. All right? This is the response under that. This is so disturbing on so many levels. What the hell? The people are being squeezed and terrorized from all different angles for profit. This level of neglect of the American people cannot continue. It's not sustainable. Something gotta give. My God. All right, so let's listen to this. Oh, wow. I forgot this was a long read. Okay, update. Remember the surgeon who was pulled out of surgery to speak with United Healthcare so they could try and cancel her cancer patient and inpatient stay after surgery. United Healthcare did cancel the hospital stay, and now they threaten her. She's showing the proof. Despite my effort, that's in quote by the way, they deny her stay. United Healthcare didn't stop at calling me during surgery. I mean, they don't care. If this person could die right now, I don't know. I'm thinking of one person right now, but I don't want to say it so people don't think I'm instigating. Now they've sent me a legal threat, and even worse, they ended up denying my cancer patient's hospital stay, exactly what I was afraid will happen. Staying overnight after major surgery isn't optional, it's medically necessary. Yeah, to overlook, to see how she's doing after they just opened her body. Okay, United Healthcare decided they know better than the doctor caring for patient. When they called me while I was operating, I knew that if I didn't step out and respond immediately, they might deny her stay, leaving her with a massive bill. I scrub out and call them back, but after all of that, they deny her stay anyway. Share this like wildfire. Oh my God. If you're not familiar with the original video, I have linked it below it. It's a reshared post. Okay, let's see here. It's 1 minute and 26 seconds.
It's Dr. Potter. United sent me a letter, which I'm going to share in its entirety here, and they denied my patient's overnight stay. I'm going to let their words speak for themselves. What I have to say is that my words were true, and I was honest in my statement in the video. And I'm sure you'll have questions after you read United's letter, and I'm happy to respond to those in some other forum. I'm not going to be silenced by threats when it comes to speaking out for my patients and for my ability to take care of them and for what's going on in the healthcare system. If I don't speak out, then I lose. I lose my integrity, and I lose my voice, and I lose the opportunity to make a difference. And although it is a bit intimidating to have a company like United send a letter like this to me, I know where I stand. I'm a woman taking care of women who are affected by breast cancer. And I know that I do that with all of my heart and in a way that I can be proud of. And I spoke up when I needed to, and I'll keep speaking up. So I would just ask you guys to follow along, share this story and this letter in your communities, because I think that I'm not the only one. And it is scary to stand up against the healthcare system when it's such a wealthy and powerful group of organizations. But it's going to take all of us telling our stories and being honest to make a change. And I am here for it. So, yeah, here we go.
You know, as I was listening to her, one thing that came to mind, I was searching for it while the video was playing, is this. Okay, the state that had poisoned water system in the city was Michigan, specifically in the city of Flint, where the water supply became contaminated with lead due to a switch to the Flint River as water source, causing the Flint water crisis. The key point about the Flint water crisis: city, Flint, Michigan, issue lead contamination in the drinking water, caused switching the city's water source to the Flint River, which was highly corrosive and leached lead from old pipes. When this was happening, okay, because it was happening in a black community, okay, is Flint, Michigan, is a black community. Let me look at it. Community or city or something like that. Okay, Flint, Michigan, a large African American population. Okay, they did that. The water system was fine, but they switch it and then they claim it's the piping. You know, I just read it. But it is not a monoracial community. In 2014, 51.5% of Flint population was African American. In 2022, 45.5% of Flint population was black or African American. Okay, what does that? Okay, I guess other group that came in. Okay, other racial group in Flint, Michigan, white, Latino, and mixed race. Okay, but at that time, when the Flint, Michigan water crisis, I'll go back and forth with what I just read here. What was I thinking? During the water crisis, okay, so this is what I ask here. During the Flint, Michigan, I even spelled that one, Michigan water crisis, what was the population of the city? Okay, it says here, when the Flint, Michigan water crisis began in April 2014, this is the year we have to look at, the city's population was less than 100,000 people. Explanation, let's look at this. Flint population had been declining since the 1980s, when auto plants closed and workers move away. In 2011, Flint was cash-strapped and under state control, and it was done deliberately. In 2013, Flint switched its water source from Lake Huron and the Detroit River to the Flint River to save money. That was their excuses. Okay, when these people want to do some harm, they create a problem. And then to to give an excuse why they have to do certain things. But how was the population in 2013? Okay. Let's do that. And okay, let's remove when. The question is, what was the population in 2013 when Flint switched its water source? Okay. According to data from mlive.com, the population of Flint, Michigan in 2013 was approximately 99,763 when the city switched its water source. The key about the Flint water crisis. Okay, I need the population because I know it was more African Americans. And this is why they did that, because there wasn't, people will not care. Okay? This is the key point, why I'm looking for all these numbers. Because when it's black and brown people, especially when it's African American, if they only them, okay, the rest of the country will not care. The only person that I remember talking precisely about this was Rachel Maddow, and I had cable at that time. She used to talk about it in her show. But the rest of the country stays silent because it was a black community. Now they're moving. This is why African Americans understand what's about to come, because they always tested it on African American, and then everybody turn a blind eye. It's them. It's not me. It's this. This is why I'm looking for all these numbers. All right, let me pause. One more question I'm asking Google. Okay, so this is what I type. What was the population of African American in 2013 when Flint switched its water source? Let's see here if there's a number. Okay, in 2013, when Flint switched its water source, the majority of the population was African American. I knew that. Okay, the majority of them was African American. This is the group that they were going for, with around 57% of the city residents identifying as black. This means that a significant portion of Flint population at the time of the water switch was African American. Okay, this is what we know, the pattern. This is why I was looking for the numbers. So when there's a great amount of African American conjugated in one area, when they could do as much harm as possible in one concentrated area, this is the devil thinking. Sometimes you have to put yourself in these people's mindset to understand why they're doing the things that they do, because they run on hate only. So you can understand what they could do. I knew this was the thing, but because of me sharing this with you, you need to see the numbers. Okay? So many of these people, when African American were crying foul, the water was contaminated, this and that, the only person I remember, there's probably other journalists who probably were reporting it, but one in particular that I'm aware of is Rachel Maddow. She spoke about it, and I had cable at that time. Okay, so back to this. So this is what this remind me. And I'm sure there are many African American who went through so many hurdles similar to what she's explaining. But now, whatever African American have already experienced is now at their doorsteps. Okay, white women and other groups, now it's at their doorstep. Okay, and kudos to the doctor for risking it to speak out. It takes all of us. All right, so there's that. All right, what is that? Board certified surgeon in Austin, Texas, is whistleblower on U.S. health insurance companies. She was just pulled out of surgery. Is that her? She looked different, I guess, because of the thing she's wearing. Yeah, I think that's her. All right, she was pulled out of surgery. She was pulled out of surgery while her patient was asleep. Let me pause it. I'm sorry I keep on doing that because YouTube is something. While her patient was asleep and forced to speak with United Healthcare, who tried to cancel patient stay after surgery who has cancer. And It's 2025 and insurance just keep getting worse. I've never had this happen before, but during the second dip, I had a phone call into the operating room saying the United Healthcare wanted me to call them about one of the patients who was having surgery. So I scrubbed out of my case and I called United Healthcare, and the gentleman said he needed some information about her, want to know her diagnosis and whether, my God, while the person is in surgery. What in the name? Knock on wood, nobody faced this type of things. Her inpatient stay should be justified. I was like, do you understand that she's asleep right now and she has breast cancer? It's out of control. His insurance is out of control. I have no other words. All right, so it's 1 minute and 18 seconds.
It's 2025 and insurance just keeps getting worse. I just did 2 bilateral deeps and 2 bilateral tissue expanders for patients. And I've never had this happen before, but during the second deep, I got a phone call into the operating room saying that United Healthcare wanted me to call them about one of the patients who was having surgery today, who was actually asleep having surgery. And,
my God,
you know, said I had to call right now. So I scrubbed out of my case and I called United Healthcare. And
but which is more important? Someone who's in surgery right now, her body's open, or the phone call that could wait. Oh my God, Lord help us. This is evil that's taking over.
And said he needed some information about her, want to know her diagnosis and whether her inpatient stay should be justified. And I was like, do you understand that she's asleep right now? And she has breast cancer? And the gentleman said, actually, I don't. That's a different department that would know that information. And I was like, well, she does need to stay overnight tonight. And you have all the information with you because I got approval for this surgery. And I need to go back and be with my patient now. But, yeah, it's out of control. Insurance is out of control.
Oops.
I have no other words.
This is sad. We just have to pray we never face it ourselves. This is the thing so many people, the black community, been warning so many others. Oh my God. For everyone asking why she personally had to leave the surgery to speak with the insurance company and not a member of her staff, here's your answer. American doctor exposes new internal change to prior authorization process to deny coverage for American. They'll only speak. Oh my God. All right, let's pause. Oh my God. Okay, they only speak to the doctor who put in request. They won't say what number they're calling from. They only call once. If they miss the call, the patient will be denied coverage for treatment. Oh, what the fuck?
So apparently health insurance companies have not learned their lesson from the most recent events that took place in the streets of New York.
Okay, I didn't want to say it, but there it is. Okay?
They're getting more creative about how to deny your claims or just not authorize your treatment at all. I'm going on information given to me by Blue Cross. I am a physician. When we physicians ask for a treatment to be authorized by an insurance company and they deny authorization, what happens at that point is that we are asked to do a peer-to-peer review, meaning that we, the doctor asking for the treatment, have to speak with the doctor who is employed by the insurance company, who is there only to say no. Now, this always has taken place on a scheduled call, and it has to be scheduled around the insurance company doctor's schedule, not the doctor who's actually working and seeing patients. Because God forbid we inconvenience the insurance company. But now, Blue Cross is saying that they will only do their peer-to-peer reviews by calling the doctor who is asking for the treatment to be authorized. And they will only call once. And they won't tell you when they're calling. And they won't tell you what number they're calling from. So if you're a doctor seeing patients and you have your phone on Do Not Disturb because you're seeing patients, or you just don't answer numbers that you don't recognize, and you're seeing patients and you don't want to interrupt a patient visit, you're going to miss the call. And guess what? The treatment will not be authorized.
But my question here is, okay, this is something for doctors. Can all doctors put their heads together, okay, around the country, create their own system of insurance? Forget those United Healthcare, forget all the others. Create your own system as a doctor, and then every month, people pay into it, okay? People pay, it could be me, my husband, or anybody. People pay into it. So that way, when there is an issue, we could go to the group of doctors who is getting a little bit, I mean, they need to get paid, okay? They need to get paid. So instead of going to a third person, okay, they will set it up like, okay, every month, certain amount will be going for surgery or something like that, and certain amount will be going to the doctors themselves. Okay? Through that kind of a system connecting with only the doctors, like the doctor's insurance. And forget those healthcare people. Forget them because they're there for the greed. So create your own system. I don't know. It's easy to say because I'm not a doctor, but it will take a lot of calculation and then to keep track on people who is managing the money to not put in their pockets as well. All right. So there's a lot of reading. There's that. All right. Let me just leave that alone. Okay. So let's do a prayer. I went longer than I expected. Prayer for what? Prayer for humanity. I don't know. Prayer. Oh, why keep on putting that W? Prayer for humanity. Prayer for humanity. Okay, nothing came up. Let's see, there's an image. I thought I spelled it wrong again. Prayer for humanity. I believe in angels. The word angel means messenger. Everything that exists is a manifestation of one being, and it manifests through messengers. Messengers deliver the will of the one being, and the supreme messenger is light. Light is alive, and it carries the message of life all around the universe. Okay. So that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right. So there's a prayer here. Prayer works. Prayer wins battles. Okay. So there's that. Not on this channel. All right. So this is the channel. That's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.